Charlie Kirk has done some pretty incredible job going to college students and universities across America and talking to them face to face about Israel and Palestine. Here in this video, you're going to see someone be challenged by Charlie about who is right and who is wrong and why. These are the conversations we need to send along and talk about. Let's get into it.
Do you think, who's the bad actor, Israel or Hamas?
I believe that what Hamas is doing wrong, but that's not okay for what Israel is doing to the Palestinians.
What is Israel doing exactly? Tell me in detail. Where is it happening?
Crimes,
war crimes, really? How?
What do you mean how? They're killing little kids, man.
Well, hold on. Killing kids. You mean wait, they drop leaflets before they bomb in Gaza? They warn civilian corridors before they ever engage militarily. They do emergency medical procedures for any person in Gaza that might need it. Do you understand what's actually?
They're doing good, but it's okay for them to do bad. Then that's what
it's called war,
saying.
Okay? And in war, sometimes bad things happen.
But it's a
Who
war
started
crime.
this? Well, it's not a war crime. Throwing around war crime is a ridiculous. You know what a war crime is? A war crime is going into
killing children
kibbutzes.
is a war crime.
Going into kibbutzes, going into the Nova Music Festival, going into people's places of residences on October 7th, and putting.
So okay, you guys keep bringing up October 7th. You guys are doing bad.
Yeah, it's pretty important.
Okay.
If you're going to all of a sudden attack Jews on their holiest day of the interior of Israel, expect a whirlwind and don't complain about it when it comes forward.
So what's happening is that
because if you're going to go into the interior of Israel and start babies' throats in their homes, not even going after military.
Can I say something, please? So basically, what Israel doing is bad. Hamas is doing is bad. Okay.
I'm not even contending what Israel is doing is bad.
So what Israel doing isn't bad. Killing children isn't bad, is what you're saying?
Hold on a second, but you have to go instance by.
Is it or not?
I
need a yes
are they
or no.
intentionally killing kids? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
No, they are not.
So
that is complete
why are there so
BS.
many dead kids? Why are you okay with dead babies?
Good question. Why are there dead kids? Because Hamas has no
war crimes,
time out.
Israel.
So you think Israel? Let me get this straight. Let's think how irrational it is. Israel sits around.
Are you okay with dead
Let me hold on.
babies?
I want to make sure this is okay.
No, I need
Of course, I'm not okay with dead kids. Okay, ridiculous.
So
I'm the most pro-life
agree with
person. I've
Israel?
debated for 2 hours. Time out. Stop interrupting me. Do you think Israel? Do you think Israel sits around and they say, how do we kill more kids in Gaza today?
I mean, so why are they killing kids then?
Exactly. Let's think. Maybe it's because Hamas uses the kids as human shields on top of their military bases. Maybe that's why. Maybe because the people of Hamas have no concern for the life of their own people.
If you really believe that, all right, you gotta be really stupid, man, to actually assume that that's the case.
We have documented cases of Hamas using hospitals, schools, and military installations layered with civilians. In fact, IDF goes to such great extent when do you understand?
Okay.
So let me just ask you, how do you think Israel should have responded?
Can I ask you
1,300 people die. How should Israel respond?
Can I ask you something? Because you've had your chance. Can I talk for you?
Answer it. How should Israel respond? 1,300 civilians killed. How should Israel respond?
Kirk, Mr. Kirk, you had your chance to talk. Can I ask you something?
Okay, no answer.
Are you okay with kids dying? Yeah.
No, every kid dying is a tragedy, of course.
Okay, all right? So then again, Israelis are killing the kids. Yes or no?
It's collateral damage in a war, of course. America, we killed tens of thousands of kids in World War II unintentionally.
For the one person that
happens.
dies, it's okay to kill 10 kids. Is basically what you're saying.
That's actually not what's happening at all.
That is, because you're blaming it on October 7th.
Again,
is bad.
every human life is a tragedy. You must understand, in war, of which Hamas invited upon themselves. Hamas basically said, we're going to go invite and provoke you, Israel, and then they're complaining that Israel's better at war than them. That's what's happening.
Killing kids is not better at war.
Okay, again, to understand
the
the military context of what's happening in Gaza, it is a complete wasteland. Understand, the combatants of Hamas, combatants of Hamas, they're indistinguishable to that of civilians. They don't use the actual rules of engagement. They don't wear uniforms. IDF wears uniforms. No one in Hamas wears uniform. That's not correct. They don't wear uniforms. They disguise themselves as civilians. They'll do bombing all the time against IDF. This is the hardest war that any military has ever had to fight in the modern context. And spare me the nitpicking of the Western world saying,
"Oh well." For October 7th, you can't talk about nitpicking.
Here's a moral difference. You know the moral difference? October 7th.
One little thing. Okay, look.
October 7th was a little thing.
What happened was bad. Yes.
This is how you know that people diminish the severity of what happened on the 7th of October, since that little thing. And some people don't get challenged on this. It just came out of the horse's mouth. This is what people really think. Oh, October 7th, other day.
No, it was unspeakably evil. You know why?
Okay, it was bad.
Because number one, it was not in a
bad?
theater of war. Number two, they didn't go after military targets. This is how cowardly Hamas is. They didn't go after Israel military bases.
I agree with Hamas?
No, I'm not saying that, but understand the moral difference.
What I'm with is the Palestinians and the fact that there's kids dying, there's people dying.
I don't like kids dying,
Exactly.
but you know who's responsible for the kids dying? Hamas is
And
responsible for the
Israelis.
kids dying,
And
not Israel.
And Israel.
Hamas is
And
responsible
Israel.
for their own kids dying.
Okay.
They provoked
Okay.
Israel.
Can I
Israel
ask you another
responds.
question? Charlie Kirk, what's
Yeah,
the,
by the way, that's another great
what's the
thank
thing
you for
that
bringing
Jews wear again?
that. The kippah or the yarmulke?
Yarmulke. I've seen a video of you wearing it, yes?
Yes, out of adoration and respect when I went to the Western Wall.
Okay,
Correct.
I
yeah.
was just curious,
Do you know
that's
why
all.
they wear it actually?
I don't.
Because
but-
they believe that Hashem is always above you and that God is always judging you. And as a Christian, I have a more nuanced theological view of that, but I think it's actually a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing to wear something
Yeah,
above your head and believe there's
it's
a
like
God
a
who
culture
judges you
thing.
and designs you.
It's
I
just a
can
culture
respect
thing.
that.
I celebrate other cultures as well. I was just curious.
Yeah.
I appreciate you for having this argument.
Okay, again, in closing,
In closing,
just like,
we agreed to
if
disagree.
Israel dropped down all their weapons, what would happen?
I believe Hamas will drop down and we'll leave in peace. If Israel dropped down all their weapons, I'm in hope that Hamas will do the same. I can't hope for no war. I'm in hope.
Hamas's charter is the elimination of the Jewish state.
I'm in hope that Hamas will drop all their weapons. I'm in hope. I'm in hope that this war stops in general.
No one likes what's
Nobody
happening.
likes war.
However,
You
we
don't,
must
I
be
don't.
morally clear why it started.
Yeah.
What was the beginning of it? What was the genesis? And the
Yeah,
genesis
yeah.
was Hamas on one of the holiest days on the Jewish calendar, which is Samat Torah. They decided to go on Shabbat,
Okay.
not to attack military bases,
Okay.
not to go after the IDF. They went into homes. They went to kibbutzes. They went to music festivals. They took hostages. And guess what? When they went back to Gaza, they were celebrated as heroes. They threw rave parties for these terrorists. They weren't like, whoa, this is kind of
wrong. What Hamas
wrong.
is doing is bad. What Israel
I
is
agree,
doing is
but
bad
there's a
as
much
well.
deeper cancer and a rot happening in Gaza than just Hamas.
I can say the same thing about Israel.
Really?
I just can't.
How could you say that?
I just can't.
Do you know that there are Arab members of the Knesset? Are there Jewish members of the Gaza or Palestinian Authority? You know that there's an Arab member of the
Okay,
Israeli
Charlie
Supreme Court?
Kirk, I understand, man.
No, this is important because I don't like, again, I'm an America First guy, but I'm also a truth seeker. And I
Okay.
don't like to see the singular
sir.
Jewish state of half the world's Jewry maligned and slandered every single day for
not
no good
slandering
reason.
them.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I got goosebumps. Every single time Charlie is able to extract the double standards out of people. At the end of that video, the student was saying that he could say exactly why they're the same. He can't. You can go back and forth between the organizational chart of Hamas and the IDF, what is written as the IDF statement for what they stand for from an ethical standpoint, to Hamas's charter from what they stand for from an ethical standpoint, or should I say lack thereof. One has a pursuit of peace, one has a pursuit of violence. One has a pursuit to save lives, one has a pursuit to create more deaths. One has a pursuit to actually have dialogue with the other side, one has a pursuit to never allow dialogue to exist. One has a pursuit to try and protect children growing up and have them have a life, and one has a pursuit to raise them to kill the other children on the other side. I can keep going back and forth. And this is not my opinion. This is just exactly how they operate. All you have to do is look a little bit under the hood. Read a little bit about Hamas, watch what they do, watch what they say, it's as if like the truth is right in front of people, but they are wearing an extra set of goggles, an extra set of lens that is blinding them from just being able to take them off for a second to just see what's going on, see what they say, see how they act, see what they do, see what they represent. It's right there. It's not like these videos don't reach them. They just choose not to watch them because this other set of goggles is deterring them from wanting to look at the truth, because the truth hurts. Sorry, the truth hurts. For this kid, the truth hurts. What Charlie's saying, it hurts because it damages the narrative. We have to keep damaging and penetrating these fake narratives. That's what we have to do. Thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you next time. If you want to continue the conversation, you can support my work for free. Discord does not cost a thing. It is the best way to connect with me and others who are seeking the truth. The link is in the description. But if you want to take it one step further, my Patreon gives you access to the Israel you don't see, uncovering the untold stories of what mainstream media does not show you. The link is in the description, and it helps me to continue this work. Or if you're just looking to help this thing go, PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee is a really easy way to support me. This channel, this work does not happen without all of you. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you next time.